I'm a simple girl. Always have been. The first time I fell in love, my best friend told me, if a guy's a player, just get a new one. I took her advice to heart. My first boyfriend wasn't exactly faithful. He had this inseparable girl bro, always hanging around. So I found another one. My second boyfriend wasn't great either. He practically lived in bars, and his phone was a graveyard of pretty girls' numbers. So I found another one. The third was still hung up on his old flame, a girl he could never forget. Just as I was about to start the hunt for number 4, my best friend kicked down my door and screamed at me, her voice cracking with desperation. The whole point of get a new one is that you dump the old one first? I just stared at her blankly. Oh, well, which one do you want? I can give you one. Growing up, I did what my parents told me. Now that I'm older, I do what my best friend Zoe tells me. My life has been a straight line of studying and exams. So, when I finally got into college, I decided it was time to spread my wings, challenge myself, get a boyfriend. I inherited my parents' good looks, so I wasn't exactly lacking in that department, but I had zero idea what to look for in a guy. For that, I consulted the expert, Zoe. She was trying on a new dress in front of the mirror, casually imparting all her wisdom. Guys are like dogs, Thea. You're too nice to them, and they don't know what to do with it. The best way to handle them is to keep them on their toes. A little pushback, then a little affection. Oh, and don't ever try to change a guy. If he's a player, just replace him. Keep replacing them until you find one you like. I sat on a small stool, dutifully taking notes and nodding thoughtfully. I sort of got it, but maybe not completely. If you're not satisfied, replace him. And so, just as I was getting ready to find my fourth replacement, my first one found me. He cornered me, his voice tight with anger. Thea, who are those two guys? Why are they telling everyone you're their girlfriend? Liam was gorgeous. That was the first rule Zoe taught me. A guy has to be hot. If he's not, you'll lose your appetite just looking at him. I took that to heart. I met Liam at freshman orientation. He was a popular senior in my major, on stage sharing his experiences. I was sitting in the front row, and I was probably the only girl there actually listening to his speech instead of just drooling over him. So, after the event, he came right up to me and asked for my number. He started texting me constantly, checking in, walking me back to my dorm after class. On weekends, he'd take me shopping off campus, to the movies, out to dinner. He'd bring me bubble tea and snacks when I was stressed from studying. He even bought me a ridiculously expensive necklace. For the first 18 years of my life, my world had been a placid pond. Liam was the first stone to ever make a ripple. So when he asked me to be his girlfriend, I said yes. What I didn't expect was that after we got together, I'd discover he had a best girlfriend who was practically attached to his hip. On one of our dates, Liam's girl bro showed up uninvited. She slung an arm around his shoulder like they were buddies and winked at me. The girlfriend won't mind, right? Me and Liam go way back. We're totally platonic. Liam just sighed, but he was indulgent. Thea's super understanding. She doesn't get hung up on stuff like this. I just smiled, watching how close they were. I remembered Zoe telling me that some things were only for a boyfriend and girlfriend. So, were they a couple? What did that make me? The other woman? For our 1-month anniversary, Liam took me to an amusement park. We were having a great day, mostly because his girl bro Tanya was nowhere in sight. But as dusk fell and we headed for the Ferris wheel, she popped up like a weed. She had that same overly casual look on her face as she linked her arm through Liam's. Liam! What a coincidence. You're here too? He smiled at her. Tanya, what are you doing here? Did you come by yourself? Yup, she said, her voice tinged with something sour. You know me. I can't stand hanging out with other girls. There's so much drama, and the guys were all busy today. They stood there chatting as if I didn't exist, as if I were just a stranger passing by. Finally, Liam seemed to remember me, though there wasn't a hint of apology on his face. Thea, Tanya's here by herself. Why don't we let her join us? At that, Tanya finally looked at me, plastering a look of regret on her face. Oh, the girlfriend. I didn't even see you there. You're not mad, are you? Tanya let out a little hiss. Liam and I are just friends. You really don't need to be so jealous about everything. I hadn't even said a word, and she was already painting me as the crazy, jealous girl. I smiled sweetly and shook my head. It's fine. I know you don't get along with other girls.